Center of Oral and Maxillofacial Reconstructive and Plastic Surgery at Moscow State University of Medicine and Dentistry, underwent a complex surgery. Surgeons conjured on the face of 3-year-old Irina Spengler from the Krasnoyarsk region. The girl was born with a rare diagnosis of acrofacial dysostosis nature. She has a large cleft mouth, no lips or chin. Now doctors are trying to help the child. Komsomolskaya Pravda tells Darina's story. As mother Lena Spengler says, before Darina was born, she and her husband raised 3 healthy children. Son Alexei is 28 years old. Daughter Lyubasha is 27. There is an adopted son who is 17 years old. Yelena was 42 years old when she unexpectedly became pregnant. The couple decided to keep the baby. They did not discover any pathology in utero. And the pregnancy went perfectly well, no toxicosis. Elena Spengler. Darina was born 7 months old. When the baby came into the world, I realized something was wrong. The doctors started calling somewhere, worrying. They wrapped her up and showed her to me sideways. I didn't have time to look at her. When I stepped back a little, I asked to see my daughter. The nurse asked me in a strange way, "Are you ready to see?" She's in the bed. I walk over, look up, and see this open mouth. My eyes went all black. I fainted. I lost consciousness. They sent me to the intensive care unit. When I came to, the doctors suggested that I write a waiver for the baby. But I firmly decided that Darisha would be with us. But Daddy reacted calmly to the girl's appearance. "She is ours. My baby," he just said. The doctors didn't explain to Mom how to take care of such a child. I wouldn't wish this ordeal on anyone when you see a mutilated crying baby and don't know what to do. Verochka cried for days and nights. And I cried. I saw that she was in pain, Elena recalls. She has no lips. Her mouth was constantly open, bleeding all over. I bought apricot oil, boiled chamomile and made gauze applications for her. Tried to help as much as I could, at first instinct. Of course, my daughter could not suckle. I sat there for an hour and a half or 2 hours and squeezed her milk. So we suffered through 3 months. Then the pediatrician came and advised, go to the maxillofacial surgery. It turned out the problem was solvable. They do such surgeries in Moscow. According to the woman, after Darina's birth their relatives turned their backs on the family. Elena Spengler, we do not hide Darochka, go everywhere with her. And just imagine we go into the store and bump into our relatives, and they leave straight away, without looking in our direction. They pretend they don't see us. And their children ask them to turn away. We didn't want a war with our relatives. We were forced to move far away from our native village of Volno. But our children and their families support us. They love Darinochka. They admit that at first it was hard to look at her, but now they get used to her. Darinochka was not admitted to the kindergarten where she lived. They say other children will be frightened. The Spenglers told about Darina and her misfortune on the internet. Money began to arrive. And the family was able to go to Moscow for surgery. Darina is now undergoing rehabilitation at a clinic in Moscow after her first successful surgery. Her mouth was stitched to prevent such a big cleft. In future we are going to do her lips, build up her bone and muscles, because she does not have any lower bone. Her chin, Elena continues. Every 2 years she will have an operation. As Elena told us, relatives keep giving them trouble. The Krasnoyarsk police received a statement. Allegedly the spouses are crooks. They themselves broke the child's mouth, arms and legs. I know, her parents had another unexpected problem relating to their relatives. They didn't like this girl. The heartlessness of some adults is astounding. Translated with www.depl.com/translator, free version.